Hey everyone, it's Jack here. Hope you're doing really well. Back for my preview ahead of the Manchester United game coming up this Sunday at 4 o'clock. I originally thought it was on television, but it's not, is it? I think it's been changed because of Manchester United's European commitments. As you can see up here, I'm in the flower pot corner, I'm going to call this, of my flat. This is a picture of how not to kill 20 houseplants. Try not to kill your plants, people. Manchester United up this weekend, though. And I'm really looking forward to it, actually. I was very excited ahead of the Bournemouth game. Mainly because I've really liked Bournemouth as a place. It kind of reminds me of Yarmouth, don't laugh. It's just nice getting to the sea when I can, you know. I'm not near the sea anymore, and I used to be. So it was like a nice coastal trip for me, which was lovely. And the result was even better. Yes, it was a 0-0, but it was actually a fairly exciting game. As 0-0s go, it certainly wasn't a dull one. I've seen much worse in my time supporting Norwich City. And there were plenty of positives to take from it. I think when it was 0-0 and Ben Godfrey went off, we all thought, here we go again. We now literally don't have a centre-back on the pitch. But I thought Tete came in and done a fantastic job, and Tom Tribal was Tom Tribal. You know, I think we're a completely different team without him. You can dig into stats and facts all you like. I think the one that always comes to the top for me is that we have a much better win percentage when Tom Tribal is in that side. He just brings a calmness, a sense of stability that we have, that we don't have when he's not in the side. So it was really pleasing to see him in there, and it's really pleasing to see how much better we looked with just a few players back to full fitness. Onel Hernandez injected a certain degree of pace when he came on and put the Bournemouth defence on the back foot. Tom Tribal came in and really helped, and Alex Tete, whatever you think of Alex Tete, the games he's played this season, we've looked far better. Manchester City put in an instrumental display, as did every player that day, and I thought we looked better actually against Bournemouth with him in there. So it'll be fascinating to see who starts against Manchester United this Sunday. In terms of Manchester United, look, I think it's well documented their season so far, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I honestly, I don't really care, what's wrong with Manchester United. We've got our own problems, but it shows how good Norwich's recruitment has been over the past couple of seasons, that we're even in this division, considering the amount of money that's swishing about, and you look at Manchester United and the money they've spent and the money they've wasted essentially on a lot of players, and you just have to be grateful for the work that's being done at Norwich City to get us to where we are on what is a shoestring budget for this division. But I've also seen people completely writing Manchester United off, and then as soon as they put in a half-decent display against Liverpool, everyone suddenly thinks they're kind of back to their best. I saw a few people saying 3-1 to Norwich, and other outrageous scoreline predictions. Look, this is still Manchester United. This is still one of the biggest football clubs in the world. And whatever we think, this isn't going to be an easy game. Yes, there were characteristics and things that we can take from that Bournemouth game and look at this game more positively than we would have maybe done after that Villa thumping. But I'm going to be really intrigued to see how this team reacts to going 1-0 down or 2-0 down against the Manchester United, or if it doesn't happen against them, against another team when we go down against, because I haven't seen a reaction yet from this Norwich side that has filled me with much confidence. I mean, we came back for parts against Chelsea, but that was a fairly topsy-turvy game. But as soon as we've gone down a goal or more this season, we just look down and out. And I think we touched on it in the podcast, that's slightly down to maybe a slight bit of tactical naivety with Daniel Farke on how to adapt to games in the Premier League. There's other issues as well. I mean, not having a full team of your first team players is certainly not ideal, but that's going to be fascinating to see. So what I'm saying is basically, be optimistic, be upbeat, sing as loud as you possibly can at Carrow Road on Sunday, but also remember that we are up against Manchester United, and however bad it may seem in the media, they're still going to be a fairly decent side. However, we've beaten Manchester City this season, we've beaten Newcastle with absolute ease. Why can't we add Manchester United to that list? What would I change? Well, Ben Godfrey has said he will be fit for Sunday, so he comes straight back into the side. I'm fairly happy with Ibrahim Amadou. I think his performance against Bournemouth was monumental, actually, and it also was against Manchester City. There's been a few decisions he's made this season where I've thought, yeah, you can tell you're not a centre-back because he's not. So I'm really fascinated to see how he progresses in a Norwich shirt when he moves further up the pitch, when we get a few more centre-backs back in the team. So I'd probably go with Godfrey and Amadou in the middle. It's then about who do we play in the middle of the park, because Tete coming back in the mix and also Tribal coming back into the mix adds a decision to be made from Daniel Farke. Does he bring one in? Does he bring them both in? Does he leave a Kenny McLean in there? I don't know. I think I'd definitely bring one of them in there to add that defensive prowess that them guys bring. And I'd also be looking to add Onel Hernandez to the mix. I think his pace can really hurt teams, and he relieves pressure at times as well. I'd almost be tempted to move Todd Cantwell into the middle of the park, into the number 10 role, and bring Onel Hernandez in as a winger and drop Marco Stiepermann out. Let me know your thoughts of what team you'd like to see down in the comments section below, and also a score prediction. I'm going to go for a 2-2, a little Desmond. I quite like that score prediction at the moment. That's my Manchester United preview. I hope you've enjoyed. If you're a Manchester United fan, please do let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Are you nervous for the trip? Are the media making you out to be mugs when actually you're not having too bad a season? I don't know. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.